Hey everybody, it's Rod Giltacker from the Canadian Coalition for Firearm Rights. I've got an update video for you. Just to let you know, the last time we did an update video was June the 7th, so about 3 months ago. I'm going to make this video as quick as I humanly can, but before I get started, I just want to mention that if memory serves me correctly, we took our first member on October 30th of last year. So in about a month and a half, we're going to be 1 year old. Now think about all the things that got accomplished over that 1 year in one firearm advocacy organization, and the newest one to, at that. It's been quite a ride, and so it's exciting. Another month and a half. Let's get started. We had our AGM at the end of June. It was a real success. For the first time in history, we've had a live streaming AGM on the internet so that every single member of the CCFR could be at the AGM if they so wanted to be, right? If they so chose. So that was a huge leap forward, and I think it was an important leap forward in transparency and participation, right? So thanks to AB Canada, they did a fantastic job. The AGM looked great. The quality was fantastic. We had a couple of cameras. The lighting was good. It was really neat. It was a good experience. We learned a lot over it. It was a little bit expensive, but I think it was worth it, just to show that trust to all the people that trusted us. We also did web-based voting for the elections and amendments. So a couple of points on that, a little extra information. What we wanted to do was real-time voting so that people could actually start voting and you'd see numbers and all the rest of that. Like, that would have been a lot of fun, but that was going to cost around $4,000. We found another service that was secure using kind of a token system via email to do our voting, and that cost around $300. So we had to make a bit of a prudent financial decision there. It was still electronic. We still avoided all the mail. Just to do an election via mail is about $5,000 to $7,000 for the number of members that we have. So it's, it would have just been a lot of money. So the electronic voting did happen. It wasn't as fun as we would have liked it to be, but it was a lot more fiscally responsible. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. And we also had audited financials for our very first year. Now, audited financials are really important. There wasn't a lot to report because that year was, the first year was 2 or 3 months worth of financials. But it's an important step in transparency so that people see exactly where the money's going, because it's important. Luckily, the CCFR is all volunteer. Nobody's getting paid. Everybody that's doing all of this work is doing it for nothing. So all of that money goes into operating the CCFR and for advancing our cause. And I think that's really important. Our overhead is almost nothing. So great opportunity to push the effort forward without a lot of wasted capital. Our AGM dinner was a raving success. Thanks to Ryan at SFRC for donating some rifles there. Ryan's donated some stuff before then and since then. So if I haven't told Ryan, I've told him thank you, but if I haven't told Ryan thank you enough times, we really appreciate the support. And it's people like Ryan. His website is theammosource.com. It's people like Ryan and a lot of other people that have stepped forward and really helped us get somewhere. So I can't tell you enough. It's people like that make the CCFR and the things that we've done in the past less than a year possible. So thanks very much. Also, I'd like to thank our speakers. Ottawa City Councillors Jody Middick was there, signing books and hanging out, which was great. George DeRuse and MP Todd Doherty. So some special guests at the CCFR AGM dinner. They were a lot of fun to have, and we really appreciate the support. We were a sponsor for the 6th annual Canadian Podcasters Charity Shoot, with the proceeds going to Soldier On. So they raised a substantial amount of money. We were happy to be there, met a lot of great people. It was a ton of fun. So looking forward to next year. The CCFR also ran a raffle at our booth at Fort Mac Hunt Mania to raise money for the Fort Mac Food Bank. A rifle was donated by the Shooting Edge, and there were some other donations as well. We were glad to help out in even that small way. So that was a great opportunity for us. We were a stage sponsor at the Ontario IDPA Provincial Championships. So that was good. And we were the major sponsor of the IPSC Summer Slam event in New Brunswick. Now, this was a level 3 event, so there's a lot of great shooters there. It was a ton of fun. Our chairman of the board, Tracy Wilson, was there to do some speaking, which turned out great. So that was a fantastic event. We'd love to be part of that one again. Now, interesting, we've got a brand new website coming out. So special thanks to our ex-board member, Serge, for building the website that we have currently. He did a fantastic job, and he did it all for free. He volunteered all his time. So here's a sneak peek of it. Basically, we've got a nice new, slick, savvy-looking website, and of course, it is completely bilingual. So a little bit of extra effort required by us at the CCFR, by the volunteers, but well worth it. So we've got a leading edge website now, and it didn't cost the members much money at all. So onwards and upwards for our web presence. Being an educational entity that the CCFR is, a good web presence is important, so it was well worth the effort. Now, the CCFR also responded to the 10/22 magazine issue with an official news service press release. So, as I mentioned before, these press releases, these real ones that get distributed through a newswire service, they're expensive. But it was well worth it because we attracted a lot of attention through that press release and really got the issue out front. As a result, I mean, I did about 7 or 8 interviews, some of them about the 10/22 issue, and then also the dramatic rise in restricted firearm registrations, and also about that Crime Stoppers billboard thing. So yeah, in the last 3 months, I think I've done 7 or 8 interviews on that alone, including one on CTV National News Channel, which is pretty cool. We also issued an open letter regarding that Crime Stoppers billboard. I mean, obviously the messaging was ridiculous. It didn't achieve anything unless the idea was to achieve something ideological. But hopefully that made a difference in the way that some people think about firearms and legal firearm owners as well. But even more exciting news than any of that, our very own Tracy Wilson, the chairman of the board for the CCFR, had a story of hers go viral, and even resulted in a front page story in a few newspapers. So as far as I'm aware, yet another first. I don't think that any firearm advocacy organization in the history of Canada ever had a front page news story. I could be wrong. If so, let me know. But we're very proud of that, including a two-page story on the inside of the paper. You know what? I've got it right here. I'm going to grab it. All right, there you go. Pretty awesome. A real CCFR victory if I've ever seen one. So apparently that was on 3 print newspapers. I haven't found the other 2, but that's my understanding. And of course all over the internet. So great job, Tracy, and we're very proud of you. As a result, Tracy ended up doing about 5 or 6 media interviews as well. Some of the interviews that both of us have done are on the CCFR YouTube channel, so check them out there and make sure you subscribe. We've had a booth at 2 gun shows, so thanks to our field officers for that. I think over the course of the year we've had a booth at 20 of them. So that's a ton of work, and that's all our field officers doing that work. Out there raising awareness about the CCFR, raising awareness and talking to people about firearm issues in general. Really important work, so thanks for that. We also have an email alert system now active. So go to firearmrights.ca, sign up for our email news alerts. Now this is not some kind of spam thing where we're going to be sending you a newsletter every week, or we're going to be sending you a bunch of advertising all the time, or we're going to be just forwarding news stories that have to do with guns. We're not doing any of that stuff. We're not going to spam you. Sign up if we really need to activate the community. That's the way that we're going to get a hold of you. But we're not going to rely on emailing newsletters all the time and have people direct them to their junk mail. That's not the point. We want to be able to reach out and grab everybody's attention. You don't have to be a member to sign up for the news alerts, but I think it's a good idea whether you're a member or not, whether you're just a firearm owner. Because if we need to reach out and we need your help, we need some way to get a hold of you. So that's already active. Go there, sign up for it. And of course, last but not least, we released our Ultimate Supply Drop gun giveaway. So this thing is awesome. How do you enter? Become a member of the CCFR. You have a few more days to do it, or donate $25 or multiples of $25. And that gets you 1 entry each. Basically what it is we'll fly you anywhere from Canada. I'll pick you up. We'll go for dinner. We'll have a good time. We'll go over to International Shooting Supplies in Surrey. We'll spend 10 grand in the store. Then we'll put you up in a hotel. We'll fly you home, and we'll ship all of that stuff in one shipment right to your door, the Ultimate Supply Drop. So super exciting. I think that's probably the most exciting kind of fun gun contest I've ever seen, certainly in Canada. So we're really happy to get that out to you. It's probably going to be the last contest we'll do for a little while because they're, again, a lot of work with videos and rules and doing all that stuff. So anyway, you'll also appear in a video of that because we all got to join in the fun. Everybody wants that 10 grand prize and to go on a shopping spree in a gun store. So we got to share it around. Anyway, that's all that happened with the CCFR in only 3 months. So look forward to another update video. Look forward to a lot of exciting stuff happening. I think I will reach out in a month and a half maybe to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the CCFR. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for everything that you guys have done out there. Thanks for believing in us, and look what happened. We actually achieved what we set out to do. So if you're not a member, go right now to www.firearmrights.ca and become a member and support the CCFR. We will see you soon.